Hey Bows, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will be going over 6 ways to help you to stop from overeating. So for me, overeating has been something that I've been struggling with for a really long time now. In 2017, I went through a weight loss journey and I lost about probably 40 pounds. But an issue that I had was I overate, and it's something that I still struggle with today, and it caused me to actually gain some of my weight back, but it's something that I'm trying to tone back again and get back on track with myself. So overeating is something that I really struggle with, but I do have some really helpful tips that will actually help you, that's helped me, someone who is like a severe overeater, probably almost a binge eater sometimes. So I hope these tips really help you, and let's get started. So the first step to prevent overeating is knowing your weaknesses. So for me, my weaknesses are sweets. I love sweets. I could eat sweets every single day, specifically ice cream. I love ice cream. Like, I could eat ice cream every single day, every single week, and I would be just fine because I love ice cream way too much. So I know that ice cream is a weakness of mine. So what I will do is when I'm out grocery shopping, I will not buy ice cream, because if I buy ice cream and I put it in my freezer, I will eat it. There's no stopping me from eating all that ice cream. So what I do for myself when I go grocery shopping is I will not buy ice cream, or for you guys, whatever thing that triggers you to want to eat and overeat, do not buy that food and do not have it in your household, because you will eat it and you will begin to overeat because of that certain thing. But also with that, for step number 2, don't ban all of your favorite foods. So with that, even though I like ice cream and I shouldn't have it around me, I should reward myself every once in a while and have some ice cream. Because something that not having any of your favorite foods causes binge eating. And if you don't know what binge eating is when you start to overeat, and binge eating is when you go crazy and eat like a whole gallon of ice cream because it was so good, but you kind of feel like crap afterwards, and that's when you consume on a vast amount of calories. So if you prevent yourself from eating something or eating anything fun, you are more and more likely to binge eat because you are depriving yourself of things you actually like to do. So when they say treat yourself, do it sometimes, just not all the time. It's because if you're treating yourself every day, then you're really not treating yourself. That's just your lifestyle. Facts. And one of the things with binge eating is if you were great all day and you were healthy, but then you come home, you overeat, and then you start to binge eat on something, then the whole day was a waste because you consumed all the calories that you were trying to prevent yourself from eating. So just reward yourself every once in a while. Have an ice cream, a chocolate bar, or whatever is your favorite food. Reward yourself for it, because if you don't, then you're more and more likely to binge eat and go way off the path that you're trying to go on. A third way to stop from overeating is avoid eating from containers. So that also includes bags, jars, anything like that. So you don't want to grab the whole bag of chips and take it with you, because if you have the whole bag of chips, you're gonna lose track of what you're doing, and you're just gonna keep eating and eating and eating those chips because you're not thinking about what you're doing or what you're eating, and you'll end up consuming over half the bag or the whole bag. And you don't want to do that because then you've lost all of your calories for the day. So what you do instead is, for chips for example, instead of taking the whole bag, take some chips and put them into a separate bowl, so then you can either count them out if you want to, or just know you're not pouring the whole bag into the bowl, and you will be able to limit yourself and not overeat on chips per se. And that goes for anything like ice cream. Don't take the ice cream out of the freezer and eat it straight from the pint or whatever, because you will eat a lot more than if you just scoop some ice cream out and put it into a bowl and eat it separately. That will definitely help you stop from overeating. A fourth way that you can help stop yourself from overeating is practice mindful eating. Now, what does it mean to eat mindful? Now, when I'm sitting at home watching Grey's Anatomy, like the 10th season, getting my way to the 14th, I'm almost there. You're sitting there and you're bored and you're like, oh, I'm kind of hungry right now. You have to think, am I really hungry, or am I going through emotions that consist of boredom? Are you stressed? anything like that that can make you think you're hungry will translate into overeating. Because for me personally, I am a stress eater. Food gives me comfort. So if I'm stressed, I'm gonna go and get something I know I'm not supposed to have, and I'll eat it because I'm like, oh, it tastes so good. Oh, I'm so not stressed anymore. And then an hour later, I'm like, why did I eat all of that food? Now I'm even more stressed, and it's just a vicious cycle. So stress can make you overeat. Being bored can make you overeat. You just have to think about, hey, what am I doing right now? And being mindful of yourself and knowing, am I actually hungry? Or am I just feeling an emotion that makes me want to eat? And with that, you can eat slower, and that helps you really think about what you're doing. Eat slower and actually taste your food. Don't inhale, because I have a tendency of doing that as well. When I'm hungry, I want to eat now. But if you chew your food slowly and actually taste your food, you are less likely to overeat because you're not just scarfing down your food. A fifth way to stop from overeating is to eat fiber. So another example for myself is fiber. For me, I usually gravitate towards peanut butter because I love peanut butter and it is full of protein and fiber. And those two things make you feel full. And what I would do if I was at home and I felt like I was starting to feel hungry, I would just grab a tablespoon and I would just get a tablespoon of peanut butter and eat it. And that actually usually made me feel a lot better and not as hungry because A, I was either bored and I just wanted to eat something, so I had a scoop of peanut butter instead of getting something else, or I was actually a little bit hungry but not super hungry, so I would eat something that was a fiber / protein. And peanut butter is also a great healthy fat for you, so I highly recommend. It can be creamy, crunchy, whatever you like. And if you don't like peanut butter, you can also eat something like mixed nuts, and these are unsalted. I can't relate. Always salty. And mixed nuts also make you feel full because they are also full of protein. And my absolute favorite snack besides just peanut butter is doing peanut butter and bananas, because bananas are also high in fiber. So anything that is high in fiber, it doesn't have to be those particular things, those are just my favorites. So you find something that's high in fiber or protein and you eat that, and that can also help you from overeating because you'll get full faster and you won't gravitate towards things that are unhealthy. So last but not least, way number 6 is being consistent in eating regular meals. So when you think about dieting or trying to lose weight or being kind to your body, you think about eating less. So that's not always the case. What you want to do is you always want to have 3 square meals a day. For me, I always try to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a couple snacks in between. That makes me feel like I'm doing the most for myself and getting the most energy out of the day. And with anything, with losing weight, with doing anything that you want to set your mind to, you have to be consistent with it, because consistency almost always ends in results. So if you are consistent with eating 3 square meals a day, then you are more than likely going to feel less hungry in between meals, and you will not overeat during that time. And again, being consistent, that means with working out, eating regular meals, scheduled snacks, anything that has to do with that, always be consistent and always eat 3 meals a day. Because just because you're eating more doesn't mean you are consuming more. That means that you are giving your body the nutrients they need, or you are giving your body the nutrient it needs, and you're going to not feel hungry in between because you're eating consistently throughout the day. So those are my 6 ways that I try to use for myself to stop from overeating. If you guys have any more helpful tips, make sure you sound off down in the comments. And also, I want to give a shout out to Jenna for giving me this idea for this video. It's a great video, and I think it's really helpful to a lot of people because I think that a lot of people struggle with binge eating and overeating, and I'll make sure to do a video later on about binge eating because I am the queen of binge eating, unfortunately. So I will make sure to do a video about that later. Also, another announcement, I got a new background. It's on its way in Amazon, so we're gonna change things up here in a little bit. So I got a new background holder and I got a new background, so I'm hoping that my setup will look a little bit more nice for you guys. So Make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And also make sure you follow me on my other social media platforms. And I really appreciate you guys sticking out for this video. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye!